All right, week 2 shake and bake roundup. Here we go. Starting off with the big dogs. Unfortunate for Joshy here. 150 points, second top point scorer on the week, just comes up against the juggernaut in the Debrickashaws. Across the board domination. Paddy McFire Blast, really the only one that didn't turn up for the Debrickashaws. Jordan Mason looks like a league winning pickup off the waiver wire last week with Christian McCaffrey going on to injury reserve with both the calf injury and the Achilles tendonitis. Not something you expect to really go away for the remainder of the season. Devon A-Chain. Devon, bravest man alive, dude. This guy, cannot believe they gave him that many touches, but he was a monster. Rashee Rice, number one target in the Chiefs offense. Nico Collins looks like straight up wide receiver one. I think if we redo the draft today, he goes in the first round. George Kittle, tight end one on the week. Deebo Samuel out. George Kittle stock up. Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts stack, despite the crushing loss. Excellent performance from my boys, Jalen and Devontae here. Bozzy, not bad from Boswell here, back-to-back weeks. But look, you can't fault the stack of Rooney babies over here. Mark Andrews actually got on the board. He was actually tight end 10. The tight end position has been mostly disaster so far to start the year. Lamar Pacheco out for 6 to 8 weeks. That's got to hurt with Rashad White also going down. I thought my week was done once Marvin Harrison scored 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Alas, Nico was ready to pick me up. DK, excellent performance. Ramondre, that's looking like my biggest miss maybe of the draft season was I was not a believer at all in the Patriots, and they've looked pretty good. Shifty Hobbit, man, he's looking like his old self, but you've got about 7 weeks until Call of Duty comes out. Derek Carr, obviously should have started him. J.K. Dobbins on the bench, Josh Jacobs on the bench, Sam Darnold, very impressive to start the season as well. The Debrickashaws move to 1-1, as do the Staccarini babies. Moving on to the Money Suttons and the Adrians. Skip Bayless. Tua, ouch. Out for who knows how long. He probably should never come back and play again because his brain has turned to soup. But I'm guessing he'll be back in 2 to 4 weeks. But get the win despite Tua going down. Moving Adrian to 0-2. Johnny gets on the board at 1-1 here. Gibbs looks good. Kyron's, he's going to get volume, but the Rams are decimated. Garrett Wilson looking like kind of disappointing as well as the Jets offense as a whole so far to start the year. The Raiders, massive upset. Devontae Adams, 12 targets, 110 yards at a touchdown. You got to love that. And James Conner looking like one of the picks of the draft as well. Not bad from the team here. 128 points. You got to like that if your team money Sutton. Skip Bayless on the other end. Stroud gone against that Bears defense was tough. I still thought he looked pretty good. I don't know what to make of the fucking Jaguars, but ETN gets you something usable here. Singletary. The Browns. Disaster. Zay looked good. McBride looked good. Zeke, Cowboys, what a disaster from them. Jagoff, disaster. McPherson, almost your top point scorer on the week, but Zay Flowers gets you there. Anything on the bench you could have done. Kirk for Goff would not have saved you, and nothing else would have saved you either. So, Johnny Sutton, congratulations. Welcome to the win column. All right, moving on to the Up the Pups and the supercomputer. Kind of a poop bowl right here. 104.96. Caleb Williams. That's going to be a tough proposition all year long with that offensive line. Kind of a disaster. Despite the weapons, you got to be able to protect the young guy. Saquon looked good, but the tush push, it was back today. Not good signs for the ceiling on Saquon Barkley. Najee, Tyreek Hill, no Tua, worry. Justin Jefferson, I think he's the clear-cut best receiver in the NFL. Quad contusion, looks like he's going to be fine. Travis Kelce, one of the stories of the season, less than 5 fantasy points through 2 weeks total. Oh, 6 points, I should say. That's kind of a disaster. Malik Neighbors looked good, though, in against the Commanders, but we're not sure we can expect that every week. And not much on the bench. Brock Bowers, that's actually a fantastic pick. Of course, Joey's going to be able to save himself with that one. On the other side here, this is your problem right here. Your ceiling's capped. Richardson, Taylor, Colts, elite offense, not going to happen. They're going to cannibalize each other all year long. Richardson was on negative points for most of that game. I'm not sure how he got to almost 13. Mixon, he's one of the toughest men around. With Mixon, he went out with an injury, looked with those hip drop tackles, didn't call it, came back, but not in the game long enough to really get you a good fantasy day. Waddle, no Tua, that's going to be a problem. Chase looks fucking awful. Cost his team the game as well with that penalty. Josh McCoy, I got to thank you because you sent that picture of Kyle Pitts wearing a life jacket in the draft, and that led me to pick George Kittle instead of this fucking fraud Kyle Pitts. London saved you with a touchdown at the end, but Cousins looks to be spreading it around. Purdy, not bad, but not enough. Anything on the bench, the Raper, not really going to do you much good. It doesn't look like. Charbonnet probably should have started him, but yeah, maybe you could have finagled a W out there, but I don't think so. Unfortunate. And Jackson moves to 1-1. The Cuzzy Bowl, the legends, the champ, taking on the man with values. The man with values goes down big. Karma did not save him this week. 100 points. This team is not looking good. But we'll start with the legends over here. Josh Allen, soft performance, able to come back against James Cook here. Huge come from behind victory for the legends. Breece Hall looks good. He's gonna get you there. Derrick Henry, man, how did the Ravens lose? Everything looked good for them. This is another story of the season. Baker Mayfield looking legit. Kieran Ross called it in Texas. We laughed at him. He was right. Baker Mayfield, top 10. Surefire. Godwin Baker stack. Not something I necessarily saw coming, but it's apparently a thing. Kincaid, not awesome signs so far, but I think better days ahead. Worthy, that's just he's going to be boom or bust every week. Jordan Love out. Rodgers just not going to have the volume. K-Bone out. That hurts you, but survived. On the other end here, James Cook, the heavy lifting early. Jaden Daniels, not enough rushing this week. Aaron Jones, he left at one point, but he came back. Amon-Ra looked like he avoided a big injury, but this is a problem. Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs do just look like they're not part of the offense in the way that Nico Collins is going to be. Sam Laporta, weirdly, just like Kelsey, 2 slow weeks to start the season. McMillan, I love Scoobs and your rookies. A lot of rookies and young guys on this list. Look at these rookies. Look how many points they scored. A combined 4, 6, almost 10 points between like 5 or 6 rookies. That's usually a good strategy. Aubrey, though, great player. 1-1 for both of these boys here. And the Run DMCs and the Wallaroos. Wallaroos get up big here. Important win for the Wallaroos to get on the board in the win column, to considering AJ Brown out. Survives that one, Charlie. Rookie move there. You owe us a skull. Cooper Kupp looks like he's going to be out for a while, though. Looking like the steal of the draft. And now the Rams apparently are dead. Bijan looks awesome, though. Didn't get the touchdown today, but he was just killing them all game long. Monty, great pick. Anything on the bench here? JSN looked fantastic against the Patriots. Kieran Ross loses by 7 points here to move to 0-2. The reigning Maccas champion. Joe Burrow looked better this week. Zach Moss, Eckler, not who you want to be starting at running back, but that is kind of what you have when you've got Christian McCaffrey on injured reserve. Don't say I didn't try and help you. I did offer. Here we go. I had an original $11 fab before week 1 for Jordan Mason, and Kieran countered me with a nada, nothing, zip, zilch. Next week, I picked him up, overpay maybe a little bit, but considering Mr. McCaffrey's on injured reserve now, I offered Kieran again. If you commit me at $41, I got to think about it. Kieran Ross would be 2-0 currently if he would just listen to me. But I'm just trying to help, guys. Anytime I offer you something, I'm trying to help. Jameson Williams on the waiver wire, though, that's a nice pickup. Debo's out for a couple of weeks. That's going to help you there. But running back situation, Eckler and Moss. Yeesh, capiche. Not what you want. 0 points for Bigsy. 0-2 for the Kieran Rosses. That's beautiful. Beautiful week. Quick look at the standings now. They're not going to be updated yet, but the legit legends are going to be 2-0 here. And I think at the top of the league, and Kieran and Skip Bayless, Adrian will be 0-2. Great second week. Not a lot of injuries to report for some of us, but many for others, sadly. Till next time, go to Brickershaws.